Have you ever wanted to invent your own English word? One that could be used across the world, in newspaper articles, in films, by people you know, and even make it into the Oxford English Dictionary? Well, today I want to introduce you to a word that I have invented, and I want to show you how you can invent your own one too. This video could change your life. So if you're ready, let's do this. The first thing you need to do to invent a brand new word is to identify an area of life where we don't have the vocabulary to explain it or to describe it. Okay, so as an example, let's go back to 2016 and the referendum to decide if the United Kingdom was going to leave the EU. Now, at the time, we didn't have the vocabulary to describe the situation, so a brand new word was invented: Brexit. That's Britain and exit. You put them together, Brexit. Now, this is an example of a portmanteau. A portmanteau is when you have two words, you put them together and you have a brand new word. And this word describes a new situation. So now, when we talk about the United Kingdom leaving the EU, we just say the word Brexit. Brexit. You might hear it too many times. So that's a great example of a word being invented so that we can describe a situation. Let's think of some other portmanteaus that exist. Okay, let's go back to 2006 when YouTube first started. Now, we had videos, we had blogs, but when people started doing video blogs, well, what could we call it? Well, put those two words together and you get a vlog. So lots of videos on YouTube are described as vlogs. So you see there's the situation and the lack of vocabulary to describe that situation. So a new word is invented: vlog. Now, there are hundreds of portmanteaus in English. So let's take the word brunch. This is breakfast and lunch put together, and it describes the meal in between breakfast and lunch. Brilliant. What about flexitarian? Flexitarian is quite a new word, a flexible vegetarian. So this is someone that is vegetarian, but they are flexible. So maybe occasionally they might eat fish, they might eat meat. What about a mocktail? What's a mocktail? Well, a mock cocktail. Put those two words together and you've got a mocktail. So it's a cocktail that has no alcohol in it. It's mock. Mock is kind of a fake. So a mocktail is a fake cocktail. It's a cocktail without alcohol. Let's take the word Singlish. Singapore English. The two words together, and that's Singlish. And that describes the variety of English spoken in Singapore. What about the Paralympics? You've got parallel and Olympics, put them together, the Paralympics. And this is the Olympics for less abled athletes. Now, we can get really creative with these brand new words, even going as far as to use celebrity names. So when Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie got married, the media, they needed a word to describe the situation. So they took the two names and now it's Brangelina. Brangelina. Brad Pitt and Angelina put together, Brangelina. So look how creative you can be with these brand new words. Let's look to America for another example. So there are hotels along freeways that are especially built for long distance drivers. So we have this new situation and we need a new word to describe this situation. So the word motel was invented. Motor, hotel. Put them together, motel. So as you see, there's a new situation or something that's been invented or introduced into society. And so we need the vocabulary to catch up and to describe that situation. So I have a brand new word that I have invented and I want to introduce it to you guys. And one day I know that it will be in the Oxford English Dictionary because it's a great word. So on one of my walks, I noticed that there was a puddle that was always there. It never disappeared. So I thought, well, a puddle for me is temporary. It disappears. It goes after a couple of days. Maybe it rains, 2 or 3 days later, it's gone. But this one is always there. But it's not always there because it did disappear for about 2 months in the summertime. So it's not now a lake or a pond. It's a puddle that's kind of permanent. So I invented the word permapuddle. Permapuddle. So it describes a puddle that exists for a long amount of time. It's not a permanent body of water, but it's not a puddle either. It's a permapuddle. Now, some of you might remember Grace, who has been on a lot of my videos on Eat, Sleep, Dream English. She came up with another word, which was tempond. This is a slightly larger form of a permapuddle. Permapuddles to me are quite small, but a tempond, temporary pond, is bigger. So you've got permapuddle, permanent puddle, or tempond, temporary pond. So what we've done is we've identified an area of life where there is no vocabulary to describe it. There's no word that describes this situation, so you create your own one. Permanent and puddle, put them together, permapuddle. I love it, and I want you to go out and use it today.
Blimey, look at that permapuddle.
I'm going to get this word into the Oxford English Dictionary if it's the last thing I do. So now I want you to invent a brand new word. I want you to identify a situation in life where we don't have any vocabulary. Then I want you to take two words, put them together, and create your own portmanteau, all right? Then I want you to put it into the comments below and tell us what's the word and what does it mean, okay? And if we get any good ones, I'm going to do another video to teach them. All right, that's my promise, all right? If I get 10 really good new words, then I'll do a brand new video teaching those words. Let's do this, Itsy Dreamers. Let's invent words. Thank you so much for watching. This is Tom, the Chief Dreamer, saying goodbye.